Welcome to the Knowledge Enlightenment podcast. Today in this video, we actually thought it's necessary for us to delve deeper. So I want to ask you something. Are you one of those guys who actually trade in crypto and you find that it's difficult for you to be profitable? And you find that it's hard for you to actually correspond your fundamentals with your technical analysis? Let me tell you something. On this video, if you watch this video until the end, you will understand that these things are not difficult as they seem. They are actually very easy. The main aim is to be able for you to identify institutional flow and understand when institutions are placing orders, when institutions are not placing orders, when institutions are in indecision. So it's much easier. So with these fundamentals that we are able to see, they actually help us to identify where manipulation will actually take place, which is more reasonable. So if you are the one who are actually struggling a lot with the way to strategize or to identify what institutions are doing, let me tell you something. This video will actually be for you. After watching this video till the end, you will become a different trader. You will start to be able to see the market in a very different perspective. You'll be able to trade with no worries because you understand how to manage your time pressure.
Are able to manipulate price. So now what we're gonna read is this small forecast of what it literally tells us about the what's gonna actually take place on Bitcoin US dollar. So we want to hear what it says. So we're gonna read through all this together and see what it literally says. So now it says Bitcoin price predictions for today, right? For today, if you're going to be trading today, and also 1 week. So it means for the entire week, we are able to know what's going to happen today, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So for this entire week, we are here focusing on this prediction of price. So now it says the latest Bitcoin price signals to be up to date on the situation. So Bitcoin price predictions for today and for 1 week are prepared based on the aggregated signals of 8 moving averages and 8 other indicators. So it seems like this indicators are recommending a strong sell on a 15-minute time frame, a strong sell on a 30-minute time frame, and also a strong sell on a 1 hour. So this is for a daily. If you are trading today, if you're a day trader, then this signals might work for you, but like for me, it's not that valid for us to use these things because it's very risky because you can't actually see anything. This is just the fundamentals, but at least it gives you advice. So now, since today's Tuesday, so these are the forecasts for the days to come. So remember this. We can actually allocate all this prices here and all this. You see, these are the forecasts. So these are the pivot points on the 26th, which is tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Yes, it's for tomorrow and also for the entire week. So we can see what are the pivot points. So we see the price that's going to be taking place. So we can actually see that on the 26th, we expect the price. We expect the daily low to be on 85,102, and then the daily high will be 85,754. So these pivot points are the points that we might actually mark. I think that it's best for us to script all these pivot points down, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the chart. So I'm going to go to the charts while I'm coming back to, you understand? We're going to go to the chart. So we're going to go to Bitcoin USD. So we are going to Bitcoin USD, Bitcoin. There's it. Perfect. So now what we're going to be doing is we're marking those pivot points. It doesn't matter if it's going to be a 1 hour time frame or it doesn't matter. The main aim is to mark those pivot points. So now for Wednesday, so we're going to start with 85,754. So we're going to mark 85,000 85,000. Is it 85,754? So okay, we can put it here. We'll mark it properly. Then we're gonna also check our low. So our low, it's 85, right? 85,102. So we are just gonna mark for this week. Let's put it once. So 102. So 85, 102. 85. Wait. 102. Let's see. 102. Wait. Sorry guys, this thing is a bit devastating when it's time for us to set this thing right. If you can have a, let's see, maybe a 97 or 107, it's fine. Wait. Okay, 162. Let's just put it on 162. So this one's, we can highlight the color orange. We can put orange vertical lines on this ones, which are the prices. We'll be able to adjust these prices smoothly. So now we're going to Thursday. Thursday we see we have 86,515, which is our low, and then our high, it's going to be 88. So it's going to be 88. Yeah, so it means, so this literally means it helps us to be able to see for Wednesday. Remember that on the weekly, so we're going to be marking that movement of, remember that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it's not yet appeared on the chart. So we're going to be able to identify if all these predictions of forecast, it's going to actually take place. We're going to be able to check it through our institutional order blocks, which is not easy for you to identify. It's going to require us to have the CME where we are allocating the prices, where we allocate a lot of delivery dates. So it actually helps us if they literally correspond with all these things. So for now, it's easy for us to mix all the fundamentals and the technicals and whatever we have and all the strategies that we use to see if all these things will take place. So we have 86,515. So we're gonna use maybe a 186. So we're gonna look for 86 or 86 500, and okay, it's fine. We can put it here. So I rather change this one into a different color. Okay, let's make it white. Good. And then what is the low? Is it the high? Oh, the daily low. And then the high, it's 88. So we're gonna check 88,733. 88,000. Okay. 88,708. So we're gonna put it there. So remember, these things are just pivot points. You must literally understand that these things are pivot points, and then they will help you a lot. Remember, these are fundamentals. These are the fundamental prices where the forecast. We don't know if they use the AIs or whatever to predict price. And then it's not price, it's where it's investments. It's where the money is heading. So the investors are willing to push the price to a certain area to make the price. So those are just pivot points, but we're gonna have very, very strong points that we're going to be using on this analysis, so you can be able to see. So Friday, it says that the low is going to be on 87.623. So 87. So we're going to check. Okay, sorry, 87. So we're looking for 87,600 and something. Okay, so we can put it here. Yes, we'll be able to adjust everything. So with different colors, it makes it easy for us to be able to allocate all these things. So it reduces a lot of confusion. So also for you to be able to see. So 89,186. 89,186. 89,186. Okay, we can put it there. We'll be able to grow all these things. So now we go into Saturday until Sunday. So Monday we're leaving it. So it's a new intro week. So yes, and then our another low we have is 86,583. 86,583. 86,000. It's 86. 586. Okay. Whatever that may be. So we'll make it green so it can make sense. What is the high? So we're gonna be able to reduce all those things. It's not gonna be a problem. The high. Where is the high? Wait, wait. The high is gonna be 87,143. So 87,000. 87,100. Let's just check again. Yeah, 143 is 143. Okay. I think we'll be able to adjust it nicely. Oh, so lastly here we have it's our Sunday, so which is good. 86,832. 86,800. Yes, and then we're changing color. Maybe we can give it this reddish color. We need colors that are reasonable. So yeah, so in this sense, which is good. So yes, and then now we can see that our high is going to be 87,033. Set 87,000. 33. 87,000. Okay, it's fine. So guys, since now we managed to carry out all those pivot points, so now we're going down, and okay, this is the whatever, so the weekly. So wow, this is crazy. This is actually crazy, like from the 31st of March. So this ones we're gonna tackle them later on because we are not yet on the 31st of March. So from the 31st of March, we're gonna start analyzing properly the weekly straight up. But now I want to show you based on intraday contracts, so you can actually see from Monday, from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if you're also a daily trader, a weekly trader, it's good. It helps you because you're able to identify what's happening during that specific day and why the market chose to be bullish this week, why the market was bearish the following week. So you are able to identify all those things because they give you a little bit of clarity, so you understand things much more easier with ease. Right, so now so we're gonna work on this later on. Okay, for now I want you guys to be able to identify these things clearly. So yeah, whatever here, it's not necessary anymore. No, it's not necessary anymore. So we have our pivot points for the week. This is for this week, right? So we already have our pivot points. So now what we're gonna do is it's reasonable. So we see that we have all these pivot points here. So I suggest that it's best that I use a 1 hour time frame, which is best. It's more reasonable, I may say. So I'm gonna write Monday, Tuesday. So we're gonna be able to identify these things clearly, because I would literally know what's going to take place throughout those pivot points. So remember that all these pivot points, these are pivot points that are going to take place. You must remember all these pivot points here are pivot points that are actually going to take place throughout, because it makes sense to me. It honestly makes sense to me that this pivot points might be that valid, because looking at the previous week tells us a week. So it seems like there was a lot of buy orders throughout this entire week. So now, first, before we jump into conclusion, what we're going to do is, it makes too much sense. So I'm going to mark, let's say, let me say 2. I'm going to mark only 2 months. Let's say we're going to make this whole setup on the 2-month delivery dates. So we're going to use 2 delivery date prices. So we're going to use for March. Remember that those pivot points won't go anywhere, so which makes sense. Yeah, this is crazy. We would eventually know what institutions are planning, because looking at those pivot points here, yes, we can write Monday low. Oh, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So 85, if I see 85 and 750, so which was orange, yes, so it's going to be 85 and 8500, 85 700, 85. So here we need to write yes, we need to write Wednesday low, yes, perfect. And then here Wednesday, actually I can still edit this, ne? It's Wednesday low. What is the data is Wednesday when? Wait, the 26th, right? 26. I think it's good like this. So yes, good. Yeah, high. This is crazy. This is phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. So it's best to know. We know everything about this, but here, remember, we haven't reached on this area yet. So as the price is still fluctuating, and today is still the 25th. So remember that this is the high, and also this is the high and this is the low. So we expect on Wednesday, we expect the low to be here, and then okay, so it means if the low it's gonna be here, so we expect the price to fall until the zone. We expect the price to drop until the price of 85,102. So we expect Bitcoin to drop until that zone, which is amazing. Then, so the Thursday, which is 86,500 and 88,700. 86 is 86,500 and 88. Wait, 88. Nah, I think there has to be a white color, if I'm not mistaken. They have to be a white color because they go with two familiar colors. $86, 15, and let me see, don't we have another 86, 500? Okay, it's 2. So I need to create another 86, 15, 515. 86 because I think we're missing one here. Wait. 17 is not bad. White. Blakara. So you're gonna say, wait, what the fuck is happening? So, this is 86, 5. Yes. Lock. Should lock this thing actually there. Shouldn't move this prices here. I will move when I want to move them. Lock. We lock all these prices. Yes. Which is much easier, so you don't complicate everything here. So by locking all these prices here, it's easy. Can you see that all these points here are pivot points? Whatever prices that are there are pivot points. So this is the low, Thursday low, Thursday low, 27. High. There's high 27. I think it's easier for you to identify which low it's for which day, for each contract. So we see that we have our 26th contract, our 27th. So we need to check our 28th, which is Friday. So we're gonna look at 87, 600 and 8900. 87, 600. Okay, I think it's this one. Because we don't have, and then 89. Okay, it's this one. Crazy. And then Friday. Twenty-eighth low. This is crazy. Then Friday. 28th. So it's easy for you to identify. You don't need to worry too much about all those things. Hence, you're going to be analyzing. It's going to be nice and easy. So now we're checking for Saturday, which is 86, 500 and 8700. It's 86, 500 and 8700 here. There's also red one. What is that? It's a B. It's 2. It's actually 2. Yeah, because there's a green color. I think there's a green color. Yes, you see. So let's mark this green color. Here, and this green color here. Saturday. No. And our high Saturday. High 29. See, this is amazing. On Sunday we know it's this low. Sunday. Let's see. Just do that. Alright. What is that? What is that? Yeah, so yes, it's actually like that. So I'm sure that you guys are capable to see. So now, since we have all the pivot dates here, we have all our pivot dates, we have we have everything here. So which is very amazing. Yeah, this is crazy. Like, honestly, this is amazing. Honestly, it's amazing. So yeah, so now it's that time for us to analyze properly. We can analyze with ease. Let's check the forward time frame if it makes things a little more complicated or what. Yeah, I think it doesn't literally make things complicated either way. Okay, I was thinking that on a 1 hour time frame I can be able to set all these things nicely. I feel like I can be able to set all these dates properly, the highs and lows, like nicely here, because if it's going to be with lines like this, it's going to be a little bit more confusing. So it opens at 1 and then close it as 2. So now I'm going to put vertical lines to make it much more easier. So 1 is, we're making things much more easier and more realistic, because these dates are not yet, they are not yet aligned. So So it's very important that I do these things, because it's gonna make it a bit more confusing for you guys when I'm gonna be analyzing all this thing. So it's best I do this, which is much more reasonable. So what I'm gonna do is, this is my, so it's just gonna be Wednesday. So I'm gonna type there Wednesday, which is good. Yes, you guys will be able to see. Then I'm gonna type Thursday. It's reasonable like that. So Thursday. And Friday. Sorry guys about this typing. So yeah, Friday. And then this is Saturday and Sunday. Saturday. And then this is Sunday. So Sunday. Perfect. So for so this is for the 26th, right? So I'm gonna do this. This is for the 26th. So I'm gonna lock this here, and I'm gonna lock this price here. Right? Yes. So these are our prices. So now I'm gonna look for the 27th. So I can do this either way, it's fine. Here's our 27th, which is the white, I think it's the white color. If I'm not mistaken, let me just do this. Yeah. Then the white color is the 27th, so it's gonna be our low. Okay. We lock everything, guys, so that we can be able to remove all these vertical lines, because they are literally good, but like they're actually distracting everything. So we can't make proper analysis, and you guys won't be able to see what I literally want to show you. So now we have our pivot point. So we know what's happening on Tuesday, we know what's happening on Wednesday. So not to say we know specifically what's happening, but at least we have a forecast. We know, remember that we are working on a forecast. So we're gonna look for the 28th. So this is the 28th, right? So I'm gonna use this to highlight. This is the low. Okay, and this is crazy, guys. Like, it's crazy. If you can think it like the way I'm actually doing all these things, it's crazy. I'm literally marking pivot points of okay, wait guys, okay, let me take it a little bit down, because whatever it's updates is very distracting. Wow, this is crazy. This is absolutely normal for bunkers. So now we're gonna look for the 29th. Where's the 29th? It's the 29th. Okay. Yeah, the 29th. It's this one. So which is Saturday, right? Saturday. So we already have the high, which is here. We have the high here, and then we have our low at the bottom. So our lows here. So this is amazing, guys. By the time I'm done setting everything, you'll start to see things much more clearly, because we are able to identify contracts, and we're going to be able to identify buy orders, buy and sell orders. We'll be able to know, because remember that this areas of this are demand and these are support and demand zone. So I'm going to say support, demand. That's what I'm going to say. You know, that's how we can actually place all these things, so it can actually make sense. So Sunday, it's the red one, so it's this one. So it's easy for me. For Sunday, it's a form of consolidation. I don't see any valid.
The best thing that you need to master is time compression. Without time compression, then you won't be able to trade in the market. So, and another thing is, by us making this video for you, is that we realize that a lot of people, they don't identify what is actually put in the market. Unfortunately, in this video, we didn't actually add delivery dates where institutions are collecting their profits when institutions are placing their orders. Did you understand? So we are actually going to get there for you, so we can actually provide you with very, very deep insights where you will know that you don't have to worry about losses or anything like that. Remember that we cannot come here and sell you fantasy. We are here to inspire one another, to show each other truth. My friends, to tell you something, let us fall in love with pain, because the only way for us to understand what's happening in the market, it's understanding pain. The moment you start to understand pain, you'll be able to know how to make risk management. You will know how to only wait for the right opportunities. You'll know how to use your time, which is time compression. This video will show you and it will tell you, it'll make the markets much more easier for you, because it's not complicated. We're going to be able to show you institutional orders. We're gonna be able to show you the intro weeks. You will know what happened in the first week, what's happening in the second week, what's happening in the third week. So it's much easier for you. If you understand that you're a swing trader, or you're one of those who like holding their profits, I'm telling you, my friend, this video will be the best solution for you. Make sure that you watch this video to the end. And the other thing is, please make sure that you like our channel and also subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you share it to your friends, so that they can actually learn. They can learn every single time. Make sure that you also follow the subscription button, so that you can be informed with all the new content and insights of the market that we release towards you. So guys, let us fall in love with pain. With pain, we start to identify things that we cannot receive when we are actually happy, or when we are actually around comfort. So let me tell you something, watch this space. Let us go into the charts.
Reason for me to trade there, or to place orders on that specific day, because it's too much consolidation. So now we are taking out all this. Yes, we are taking out all these vertical lines. Yes. All the vertical lines must get out. Yes, we are taking your vertical lines out, because they are going to disturb the whole project. So without those lines, it's good, because we don't need those lines anymore. We already have those pivot points and pivot and prices, so we know. So now, can you see how clean this looks? Now it looks amazing, guys. Wow, this is so amazing. Like so amazing. And how we take fundamentals and we can just take them and put them on our price chart without us being confused of anything. So this is crazy. Like hardcore, guys. This is amazing. Like here I can say demand zone. Let me say demand. Okay. Demand, and here I can say supply. You see, so we know everything now, but we just wait for the price to take place on those areas. So, but setting the forecast, it's easy. It's not that complicated, but at least this or the predict. Remember, this is the forecast. We are just looking at the forecast. This is the forecast of what the fundamentals or whatever the institutions are telling us. This is the fundamentals actually. We are not saying that this is going to be the confirmed areas of price, but these are fundamentals, my friends. So we need to take all these things into consideration. These are very pivot areas. So if we see that the price comes to the zone on Wednesday, we know that it's our chance for us to buy. So we can only buy. So it literally means that we are going to buy. So this is a demand zone, right? And when the price comes to this area, we expect the price to break this zone. When it comes to this demand area, right, that we expect the price to break this supply zone and come and mitigate this demand zone. And when it comes to this demand zone, we expect the price to buy. We expect the price to be bullish for this whole entire Wednesday contract to come and take out this area here. Can you see that this area here, it means that it's gonna come on the Thursday area, so we expect the price to move. So that's how I read the rhythm. But first, for us to confirm all these things, it's good so we know what we need to do. So we don't need to confuse ourselves. Not to say these are very valid demand and supply zones, but and how it makes sense, it literally makes sense to me, because when the market comes to this area, it takes out this liquidity here. So this area becomes a point of interest, the market drops. Do you see what happens? The market drops in this area, so that means this demand zone, it could be strong, but it's not that valid for us because we have a demand zone here and we also have a supply zone. So I expect there's a possibility that the price might break this area. It might break this area because it's not a very strong demand zone. Looking at the price, it's literally not, but it is a demand zone. So we do mark those areas as very vital areas there. They are very vital areas, so we need to take all these things into consideration. So we need to understand that fundamentals, they play a very big role also when it comes to price manipulation. So supply, so it means that when the price comes, we expect the price to fall. It's not a demand zone, it's still a supply zone, demand. So when the price is falling, we expect the price to buy on the demand zone, not the supply. Okay. And then for Sunday, for me, I don't count that as a day of orders because it's, how can I say it? It's not tradable for me. I don't consider that one as a trading area or a possible area for. So now I said, oh, we can just take a monthly order block. Let's just take one monthly order block for March. Let's take the March order block and see how it's going to affect this whole forecast that they gave us. Remember that we're taking the forecast that is brought to us and then we're going to add it on our analysis and see how it helps, how it's going to help us to be profitable on this coming contracts. Remember that this coming contracts are very important, so we need to take them into consideration. So it's very important. So now I'm gonna mark weekly. So here it literally means that from this area here until this zone here, this we expect the market to fluctuate in that pyramid. We expect it to fluctuate in the channel. Inside this channel, that's where we expect the market to be moving up and down, up and down. That's what we expect for the entire week. The price will be fluctuating in this area here. We expect the price to move in all this area. So yes. So now I'm gonna mark, since here it's Wednesday, so this week it actually starts here. So it already started actually. So we mark it here. This is Monday and Tuesday, it's fine. So here is it here. Very powerful concepts here. I'm telling you, my friends, you will see something crazy. You will see what is going to happen there. It's very enormous. You will be surprised. You will be absolutely surprised. So now we have Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So we can use this too. All right, maybe 3, so we can identify our. No, here we're gonna look for our delivery. We're gonna look for our delivery date. So for March, remember, for March, institutions, banks, and market makers, they don't place their positions during the beginning of the month because there's not a lot of traders in the markets. There's no market, there's no money in the markets through the beginning of every month. You understand? So the money starts to flow every time during the mid-month of each month. That's when we start to see volatility in the market. So it's much more easier and much more reasonable if we can actually acknowledge all that. It makes more sense for us to to consider. So now, hence we're still waiting for Bitcoin USD. So at least you have something that you can use, something that's a little bit more tangible. So guys, for today, on this video, I won't be able to discuss how we identify the weekly and the monthly and the quarterly and the yearly delivery dates. I can't show you for now, but on the next video I will. But for now, I want us to assess everything. So here it's a 1 hour time frame, so I can see. So I'm gonna be able to put all the orders there. So we're gonna, this is nice. How we're gonna do this, it's amazing. So I'm gonna look for Monday. So Monday and so okay, Sunday, we can take Sunday out. Yeah, we can take Sunday out because I don't count Sunday either way, because the way that the content has been released, it's not satisfactory for me. Yes, so exactly. So now you can see, I'm going to explain, hence we go into that movement. I want the high of the low for the week before the one. So this is our low and this is our high. This is our high of the entire week. Yes. I don't know if maybe this analysis can work for you, but for me it works perfectly fine. It works perfectly fine, so I don't need to worry a lot about anything because based on all these things that are placed here, based on all the positions that are going to be here, it gives me peace of mind. I don't need to worry a lot about anything. So now we can see that the low for the next intro week, it starts here. You see, so I actually have to lock the weekend, so we don't need to go back and forth. So it's very amazing for us to acknowledge all those things, guys. Like, we need to learn how to use this tool that I actually provided in front of our eyes. So it makes a lot of sense for us to know. So exactly. So now you can actually see that all the weekly contracts are highlighted. We can see our first week, we can see our second weekly contract, and we can see our last weekly contract, which is about to take place. You understand? So we're going to be able to see our latest looking at the charts, looking at Monday and Tuesday contract. It shows a very strong chance of the price coming to this demand area zone, where it's very important for you to look for an opportunity to buy at this area, because this is the area, it's a point of interest. You understand? So we have a demand and supply, but this supply, it's not a very strong supply, or we can expect the price to consolidate here and then the price to be bullish. Then the price will come here, it will be a demand zone. So this area, it's a point of interest. Even though when it comes down, it's going to break the supply area, and then this is going to be the point of interest for us to buy. Do you understand? So it makes too much sense. So now I'm going to explain to you why. So let me do this. Intro week 1. Let me see if I can make the size to expand. We can't. Let's see. Unfortunately. Okay. Oh, nice. Good. So we can still make the price to. We can make these things to look much bigger, so that you can be able to identify it much more easier. So we have intro week 2. So for now, we go to our upcoming intro week. So yes, so guys, now let's forget other things. But before we start, we need to identify our quarterly, our mid order block, our monthly order block. We need to identify our monthly order block, so that we can identify where the money is going. Where is the money actually going? So it's not going to be easy. So we need to go to yes, wait. Guys, you will have to just give me a break now. I'll get back to you